All right. Welcome back to the Smoke and Mirrors podcast. We are your hosts, Rob, Dave, and Triz, and we are bringing you the latest in movies, TV shows, and yeah, all that sort of news. I don't have
Yeah.
my notes on the screen.
Ah,
Um,
you're right.
this week we are talking about Talk to Me, which is crazy. We're giving you our thoughts, our review on the film. Thank you to
Nixco
Nixco for providing
and
us Nixco and who else?
Letterboxd, Maslow
Letterbox.
Entertainment.
Yeah, for providing us a chance to actually see the movie early. So we got to see the movie Tuesday. I think it comes out on the 27th.
Yep.
But yeah, it was really good. But let's start the show. How we living there, fellas?
Yeah, good. I was
That's,
finally better off the sickness. I'm
Mm,
healthy
oh,
again.
nice. The progression, the character progression behind
yeah.
the scenes.
The arcs are finished.
You
That's good,
actually
man.
had that RSV. Huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
it caught me off guard because I thought it was just a scratchy throat. And then days later, when I was in Mission Impossible, it's like I just shut down.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
was a mission impossible to finish the movie.
That's I've heard it's going around though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. RSV, real shit virus.
Yeah. What does that RSV stand for? Respiratory
uh,
Sinus.
sulfur.
respiratory.
That's
Yeah.
what.
Respiratory syncytial virus.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Sensual? Yeah, sensual. Like sensual, but not.
Sphincter.
Respiratory sphincter virus.
I was shitting for days.
That'll be like every time I was cough, they fought.
Man.
Excuse me, it's my RSV acting up.
I can't even talk about that shit. I just went to go crack their neck this one time, and I burped and farted at the same time, and I fucked my whole neck off.
Damn.
Those damn you went like what's this face? You just need to sneeze. Get back in time.
Badly. Just turn around like Travolta.
That's fucked.
Can you imagine just waking up back in the 90s again?
That'd be wild.
It would be wild actually.
I can't remember it being this fucking cold back in the 90s. It almost had like that warm sepia kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, but
Constantly.
we was younger back then. You didn't feel the cold like that back then.
It's true. And there was 7 of us in a 3-bedroom. So
Yeah,
With
Yeah.
carpet.
with carpet. Carpet is
Built
the
in.
big thing actually.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's probably lead-based paint as well. So.
And double brick. And no heat getting in there or
No
leaving.
heat getting out either.
Yikes. But yeah, I'm going good, man.
Mm.
I was just like just looking back, the run up to this movie is crazy. I mean, we looked at this trailer just as like, talk to me. All right, Sundance. Fuck, it's Aussie. Oh shit. Okay.
Hmm.
Fuck, it actually looks all right.
Yeah.
And then like getting the interview ops and like then the screening and whatnot, seeing you guys getting interviewed by Letterboxd themselves. That's a royalty level shit. You know.
Yeah, I was like totally
Kings is
forgot-
here.
Chapter's here. Totally forgot my bloody letterbox handle. Like I just went blank because I never use it. Like it's always my name. My name
Yeah.
is my name.
Yeah, my shit's is easy. Spoken mirrors. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Mine, I forgot for a second and then it clicked again. It's just the wise janitor.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh well. Get him next time. Next time, just run to Letterboxd. I remember my handle.
Please!
Sir.
I gave them the stars. They wanted the stars. I gave them the stars.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah.
How you going though?
it was good, man.
Nice.
Work today. Big old works. Was in the city. Not bad.
Nice.
Made it home in exactly an hour today from the city. It was fire.
Fuck
I
yeah.
just got like that perfect run.
Yeah.
I didn't have to wait. Mm.
It's just walking straight onto trains and shit
Mm.
like that. That's all like they only do that in like Jason Bourne movies.
They just get on any train and it automatically goes to their destination.
Yeah, that's right.
It just doesn't fly straight past.
Shit.
Damn.
All right,
Mm.
let's get into this movie.
Mm.
All right, there, Baddos. What's your overall thoughts? Who wants to go first there?
So this, I think I said it on the letterbox, but this might be my favorite horror film I saw this year. So this I liked more than Evil Dead Rise.
Wow.
This
Okay.
was like it was just really smart, and it could have gone so many different ways and just gone really schlock if they wanted to,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
didn't, and they kept it contained and kept it small, which is what I liked.
Yeah.
It didn't
Same.
branch out to a whole fucking like town or something like that. Kept it small. It's
Yeah.
just really well executed. I like the characters. Yeah,
We'll get into it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you
Overall,
there?
it's a really great movie. It was a fun time.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it as well. I thought this was fucking awesome. And I love that they didn't rely on jump scares for this movie.
Mm.
And the overall just mood for the movie was perfect, and it really puts you into that fucking like that eerie feeling during that whole thing, because you never knew when something was going to come up.
Mm.
Yeah.
There was I'll get into it later, but there was something I felt off about, but when we
Okay.
get stuck in.
I like that foreshadowing there, Vado.
You will tell me immediately.
On the group chat.
It just gets roasted in silence.
Jesus. That's wild. So I really enjoyed the movie as well. I think it's one of the simplest horror concepts that has come out in recent years. It's kind of like that hand is it's kind of like the Book of the Dead, but it also reminded me just on a small scale, like the first Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's even smaller than that.
Mm,
But just in its contained sort of storytelling, and it didn't delve into the lore. It didn't give you the extras. It kind of just gave you this story here, but there was so much on display that you could sort of, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and write fan fiction after seeing this movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes you want to know more. That's
Yeah.
what's great about this movie. That's what's great about Nightmare on Elm Street as well.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
hey, they chucked you. Hey, this guy's after me. Oh, well, who is he? Oh, he's this person. But how did he get in? We don't even know.
Yeah. And then you delve into the parent story and their shit, but they never actually show you that.
Mm,
Yeah, which is good.
But yeah, I think tonally they just smash it. They
Mm.
get
Yeah.
this so right. Like
Yeah.
it didn't jump out and do some like whiz bang pow type shit and just like fuck the whole thing up. It just stayed within that sort of eeriness. And yeah, absolutely the jump scares. The lack of jump scares makes this a serious horror movie.
Mm.
yeah.
Like it's not a popcorn horror movie,
Yeah.
which I like. But yeah, absolutely amazing debut by the
Mhm.
Raka Raka boys, Danny and
Mm.
Michael Filippo. I was just surprised by it. I was surprised by how seriously they took it
Mm,
and made it, and just how well it plays.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like we've had so many like Aussies go over and do horror in the US with the US cast and all that sort of stuff. I think this is like besides Wolf Creek, which is weird because it's almost the Ivan Milat sort of story.
Mm,
But this is the first sort of horror movie we're seeing that's like, wholly contained in Australia.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like it. I
yeah.
really like it.
I think I'm just a huge fan for intimate horror movies.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
for me, like that's the perfect like pocket of like 9 to 10 people where you can keep the story there
Mm.
and make it work like that. So good.
But yeah, it does have its issues.
Mm.
I don't think it's a perfect horror movie by any means, but I was just surprised of like by how good it actually was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because like you said, Bado, this could have gone absolutely dog shit.
Mate. I was thinking in the cinemas, like, are they gonna pull some Wishmaster shit? Like, she's gonna touch the hand a certain way, and like some
Yeah.
what's his face demon or what are they called? Some jinn is gonna come out, and
Mm.
I was like, oh god, hopefully it doesn't do that. Surprised me, it didn't.
Hell yeah. All right. You want to get into some spoilers there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So for anyone that hasn't seen the movie, this is probably your time to, like, step out, click off. You know what I
Go
mean?
watch
But
the movie,
yeah, when it
come
drops
back and watch
on,
the rest of this.
fuck yeah, when it comes out on July 27th,
Mm.
come back after you've watched the movie, and then just hear us out. But yeah, I mean, a lot of you O's was just dead set filthy last week and watched mostly the spoiler cast of Mission Impossible.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's because I put free in pink, and then Moses was like, "Fuck you, I'm no pussy." But yeah, I think we've given you a good 45 seconds to make your way out. We will check you the next time, and yeah,
Mm.
peace out. But for those of you that stayed, first thing that we're going to tackle is what worked for us in the movie.
Mm.
Now, I'm gonna kick it off, and I'm gonna say the tone worked really, really well for me throughout. They kept that, like they kept it light with the family sort of stuff and light and fun
Mhm.
until it just they had to get pitch black.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
There it
I'm
is.
waiting for it.
There
Sorry, big dog, you go.
The story, man. The story was great. Story was top notch for this movie. It's something that I hadn't seen before. We've seen. I mean, this could have been what's his face, another sort of monster movie or something like that. It could have been that. It could have been what am I thinking of? Gremlins or something like that. It could have been that.
Mhm.
It wasn't. It was
Yeah.
really great. It sort of tapped into. It's a nice little story about grief and all that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
and all that, and tapped into all of that, and how different people experience grief, and it was just different,
Yeah.
and the visuals as well. I really love the visuals
Hell yeah.
of the movie.
For sure.
It really captured that South Australian feel.
Hey, Gary.
Southie. For me, it was the setting. So
Mm.
being set in Australia, and it seemed very like rural for majority of the shots
Mm.
until obviously there was the highway shot where it was a lot busier. But like keeping it in that sort of that house party life, almost like
Yeah.
semi-schoolies during that
Right.
period of time, it made it really like work with all the themes and the story that played throughout as well.
Mm.
It threw me off because the start of this movie was that house party.
Yeah.
And it just felt very fucking familiar when we were going through.
Yeah.
A little too familiar.
Yeah.
There's always that one person that's stuck in that damn room, too drunk and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Someone
don't-
come in and have a D&M.
I think it's clear, man. Oh shit, your friend's in the room. I'll go get you guys a drink. Son, I'm never coming back.
Big time. I just paused the 3 drinks. I have all of them to myself.
I'm not
Yeah,
messing
they
around.
was
I'm not
thirsty.
I'm not getting stuck, my friend. We're not doing that. Never that.
I fuck my
There's-
night up.
Yeah, there's fun to be had. You just gotta find it.
Can I just quickly say as well that the filter
Hmm.
that they put on this movie was fucking amazing as well, where it was like super cool, where it was just very light blues and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it captured the hospital aesthetic as well as just the outside feel as well.
Mm.
And it matched
Yeah.
the theme so well with this movie.
Yeah. And then when they switched to like the dead world, sepia.
Mm.
Yeah.
That
Beautiful.
fucking dead world.
The cast in here were
Mm.
fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like rising Aussie talent. That Joe Birdo needs a Logie nomination or something. Because he killed it. He was the that played Riley, the one that actually got possessed in the movie.
Yeah.
I think he was the best performance in the whole movie for me.
It was Jay for me. I really like Jay.
Jay.
Is it Jay?
Is it Joss?
Joss, maybe?
Which character was
The Islander guy.
Not the Islander guy, his friend.
it? I love that guy. I think it is Jay.
Daniel?
Maybe? Sorry, I'm just taking a look for it now. But it was the one with the bobbish hair.
Oh,
that,
Haley. Haley. Zoe Tarakis.
I'll grab it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley. Zoe Tarakis, you're right. Sorry, I had Jay in my head. It was Haley.
I was just jumping ahead. Save it for the favorite character segment.
I was jumping into your conversation, motherfucker.
I was just talking about the performances.
Yeah,
But it's not easy to do the possessed person,
Yeah.
I think, and to also play vulnerable in the same sort of movie. But yeah, I mean, you've seen it in Evil Dead, you've seen it in Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of used to these possession flicks.
Scary
Yeah.
Movie 2.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's for me. That's the perfect example because you can see how ridiculous it could go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just it's there, and it's like a knife edge. Like it's just there before you go ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's when people are just like, "Gotcha." They're laughing in your movie. You don't want that, especially in a
Yeah,
horror
that's true.
movie.
You know where I find that happens? Like you were saying, like if Wishmaster popped up or something,
Oh,
there was
God.
no personification of the entity or the
Change.
evil.
Yeah.
Constantly fluid. I like it, and everyone saw a different thing, which is what I liked as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
The thing that stood out for me, and it was pretty close to the start of the movie, was that possession binge scene
Mm.
and how sort of fun they make that.
Yeah.
I mean, the story is basically like kids getting hold of your parents' gun or something like that
Mm.
Yeah.
and fucking around. And you see what sort of happens where it's all fun and games and everyone's having a good time. And it didn't even look like they were really drinking or anything.
No, I think that Haley has like one beer.
Yeah. And then shit just goes off the fucking rails.
It just goes left.
Yeah.
It goes left really, really quick. But that's always like those parties as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit goes left really early, and then you're outside at like 9:30. You're like, what are we
Someone's
gonna
like
do?
broken his like wrist or something like that.
Yeah. And then it's a fight about who's gonna go with this guy.
Yeah. I don't even know him, man.
Not my fucking friend.
Yeah. Fuck, I had something else there. Shit. It could have gone really flatliners as well.
Yeah.
Because it starts that way. It starts with I'm into this whole communing with the dead thing.
Yeah.
And then one sort of like someone gets attached to them.
Which is, I mean, we've always been told that that's real. That can happen. Spirits can attach themselves to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What didn't work for you, Oz?
This is nitpicky, but I think it's too long.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's maybe 15 or 12 minutes too long. I think if they shortened it and made it tighter, it'd like flow extremely well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
But I don't know what I'd take out of it.
yeah.
At the same time.
Because I when I got out, I was trying to think, how did they jump? Because they make this jump from, okay, you got the hand now, and then Zoe kind of going, burn it.
Yeah.
Or Haley going, burn it. And there was like that. What has she seen? What does she know? What's made her like now sort of change? You know what I mean? So like for
Hmm.
me, there's a part in the middle that it feels like it's missing almost.
It's the attack. It's them. It's the spirit not letting go of the brother and the what's his face, the other brother from the party at the start,
Hmm.
like killing himself,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
all friends, and that's how they had gotten it, and they could
Yeah.
see all of the bad shit that was going on surrounding that hand. So that's why she was just like, fucking burn it.
Yeah.
But I
Because she
think
has that.
that's
Sorry,
yeah.
dog, you go.
No, I was gonna say it's just you don't see her sort of like go through that change. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you don't they don't
Mm.
actually show it.
Well,
So
I think it's a very background thing, but you see her going off at old mate after Riley does get possessed,
Mm.
hmm,
and she snaps it at that guy as well. And you see that in the background, but obviously they're focusing on Mia during that
hmm,
period.
Mm.
But you see her going off, and you can hear her, and she's like, "We should have never fucking done this. We should have gotten rid of this thing already. We should just destroy it now." Yeah. So there's a lot
maybe
of
it was just the
background
cinema
dialogue.
I was in.
Possibly.
But the thing that didn't work for me was Mia's voice. Man, that was
Hmm.
grating on me. The little baby voice that she was doing. I just like, I can't watch you for like 90 minutes doing that voice, man. Yeah, it got to me. Anytime Oz does that, like, would you like a butter? Shut the fuck
Talk to me like a man.
Say which chest. What didn't work for me, and this is like very nitpicky as well, I might get flamed for this one, was how short it was to speak to the brother from the beginning, because there was a very like quick cut of them like, we should speak to so and so. Then they just like, shout out to the high vis, by the way, they just meet him at the bus stop, and then he's very like, he doesn't want to talk to them, and then finally Mia speaks to him, and he just has a quick like couple lines, and he's like, after the hand's been let go, the possession does get weaker, and then that's it for them, and they just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing for me that didn't work
Mm.
that I can think of.
Mia's
Then-
haircut was also distracting for me.
Don't like the punk pixie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a haircut like
Cut
Alicia
looked like a
Vikander.
Yeah.
That was a bit funny for me when I see them out in wild.
It's always Alicia Vikander and Ex Machina. That hair always fucking throws me off.
Yeah, but hers is cut that way. This looks like it's like, I'll cut this side of my hair. And I'll cut this side of my hair. There's no uniformity.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
It looks like Danny Brown's hair back in the day.
Badly.
But she actually looks really nice with her hair. Like
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. With the braids.
Yeah, she's actually got hair.
Yeah.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
She's actually got hair.
Like you thought she had the same haircut still. I don't get out of character until the DVD commentary. All right. Is there anything else that didn't work for you, Oz?
No, that's all I can think of for myself.
Mm. No, that was it for me. Very nitpicky.
Yeah.
I liked it too much, the movie.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
felt like that too. favorite character for you, O's. So my favorite character is Sue, Miranda Otto's character, the
Mm,
mum.
the
Hmm.
mom.
She was not a dumb fucking Hollywood horror parent.
Nah, not
Yeah.
at all.
She actually she knew what was going on. I know the 411, the jig is up. You know what I mean? Like she came in there, where's the party? My daughter's vagina is off limits. Like just all the shit that horror parents usually don't do. They're always like, I never would have suspected him. Nah, I got up to this shit when I was your age. So I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I'll leave them alone from like 7:30 at night, mate. Those are the dark hours. You know what I mean?
But
Scary
also,
hours.
when Mia actually comes to the hospital, she's like, fuck off.
Mm,
I don't want you here.
yeah.
Like any other parent would be like, it's all right. I know that you were just you were
I
just having
understand.
fun and yeah. Yeah.
It
She was
wasn't your
actually
fault.
protective.
No, mate. This was your fault.
You know, if the dad was in the picture and he was like mad, I'll go, oh, 100% it was your fault, mate. What are you doing?
Fucking troublemaker.
Warney's coming.
Bad. A racial epithet or something like that as well. You know, yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking hell. My favorite character was Haley.
Yeah.
I just love the way that Zoe Terakis actually played that character. Like, she
Mm.
was a very background character, but everything she was doing was fucking perfect for me when I was watching it. I
Yeah.
thought she did that really well.
Yeah. And she lent really well to the vibes as well.
Mm,
You
Yeah.
know, that sort of party sort of vibe.
mm.
You know, there was always that tough cunt in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
I shall.
Well, I got the shit to get the sesh started. Know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. But it wasn't just like the scripted lines, it was also the movements. Like just the reaction she has to everyone else actually speaking in some of the scenes as well. Like when
Yeah.
they're packing up before Riley's like, please, just 4 minutes or what? Sorry, not 4 minutes, Jesus, just 60 seconds, please. And then Mia and Mia looks over and like Haley's on the phone, then she looks back and she's like, okay, cool, do it.
Yeah.
And they get
Yeah.
into it like that. It was cool.
I also really liked her relationship with Joss as well.
Hmm.
The Islander O.
Yeah.
Like that guy added so much in so little screen time.
I love
Like
that.
he was just the funnest cunt.
Yeah.
Big time.
But it reminds me of like just all my boys. But he was just that guy. I was laughing. Was that Haley? Or was always like that O at the party that was trying to do bigger and better things, but it wasn't even their party. Like I always laugh at that guy.
Yeah, the O that
It's
was
like-
jumping from the balcony. It
You're
was like
that
that.
guy. I know
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Can't you, like you could never ever just chill. No, man, we just chill.
Yeah.
Smoke something, drink something. No. We got to do this, and at the next party we'll do this, and then it never happens.
Yeah. I'm jumping from the balcony. This guy's got to jump off the roof or something like that.
Go on. We'll laugh at you in the amber.
That's fucked.
But yeah, Joss for me was like I love that. I also love Haley as well. I love the what's his face. Oh, this spirit's a fucking cunt, eh? Thank you.
Yep.
You.
Tick it off the list.
Yeah, this is represented. Thank you.
Yeah. What's the biggest surprise though for you O's?
For me, the biggest surprise was they actually landed this shit in the end. It's a brilliant ending.
Oh.
It wasn't any bullshit. It was brilliant. And it works so well in context with the story. Like it just worked.
Hmm.
So good.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I love that. It's good. Horror movies sometimes can't do that ending properly.
Oh man.
Sometimes they do the Freddy. Sometimes they allude to something else.
Hmm.
Sometimes they just don't have an ending.
Yeah.
I think about it now in it too when he's like, and all my books have shitty endings. It, it's what's this? This is true.
Hmm.
Some people can't do that ending properly.
Yeah.
There's
And this
so
wasn't a
much.
good ending.
No, it wasn't, and I didn't mind that either. Like
Me
I
neither.
liked that it was like it was a semi bad ending for the characters,
Yeah.
but it was just like it just worked so well.
Mm.
Yeah. How else do you wrap up a story like this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A story of like addiction, almost,
Mm.
and grief and whatnot. Like it didn't start happy,
No.
so why should it end happy? I think
Exactly.
Mm.
that's what makes it hit harder and make it scarier is
Mm.
when the shit just feels a little bit too close to real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like not to shit on it, but I think that's where the Boogeyman fell short compared to this movie because they both have the same themes about processing grief, but
Yeah.
this just carried it a lot better
Mm.
at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boogeyman.
100%.
I still haven't watched Boogeyman actually.
Boogeyman's
Do
not bad.
you want me? Give me, touch me. All I
Hey,
think of whenever I hear
that's the
Boogeyman, that's
bad
what I
shit
think of.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
I think for me the biggest surprise is they actually put like a real fucking theme in here.
Yeah.
And what like there is the living depending on the or trying to control the dead.
Mm.
But it's also the dead's manipulation of the living.
Mm.
Mm.
And that just that sort of theme playing out in the movie, it almost turns it at the end, it almost turns it into a psychological horror
Yeah.
when you think about it, because she's not even like nothing's happening to that Riley kid.
Mm.
She's envisioning all this shit.
Mm.
So it's almost like she was the one that was possessed
Yeah.
by the end of it. And I think that's the thing that scared the shit out of me
Yeah.
is that you believe it's something else and then they just like fucking switch tracks on you
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're just like what the fuck just
Yeah.
happened. Like
Yeah.
she almost ends up being the bad guy.
Mm.
And I think back to your point about Boogeyman, that's what makes this movie a stronger movie is Boogeyman didn't want to sort of venture into like it ventured into the my love for the dead, but it didn't come back with anything from like the mother. I think that was one of our points that we were like, this movie just like fell short at the end there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, that was the biggest surprise, and that's where I found the most fear. Also, that bit where she goes into like the dead zone, basically, right? And then she takes another trip. And that trip ends up being like a Clive Barker style dead feeding
Yeah.
frenzy.
Yeah.
That scared the absolute fuck out of me.
Mm.
Yeah. Damn it. All my biggest surprises have been said.
Sorry, the dog. I was
No, no,
talking
no.
too
Don't
much.
be. No, no, you good. What do you call it? Yeah, it's all of that. I loved well, not the biggest surprise, but I guess I'll just say that I loved closing the arcs in this movie. Because now they talk about the second hand, like where's the other arm? Where's the other hand? And then they close this arc with this ending because they're
Mm.
out
Yep.
in Spain or Mexico somewhere. And that's where the other fucking hand is. Because it's
In
still in that
Greece.
same
In
yeah,
Greece.
Greece, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear it? Yalla. Yalla.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry.
I fucking love that. And
Yeah.
it was also I wasn't expecting when she was talking to that little girl after she used the hand again to speak to Riley, that the girl was going to be the one to say, I'll let you in. I wasn't expecting that switch up where it was like, oh, I can go into your world.
Mm.
Yeah, same. Did you notice the the further that she got into like sort of interacting with her mom, like the worse the mother started to look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she started deteriorating. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I don't know if it was just a question mark for me, but I was like, well, with the father saying how the mum was sick mentally, does this mean Mia was going down that safe path and maybe she wasn't possessed? And it was all just a catalyst to sort of keep everything going as well. Like, I guess this is what you guys were saying as well about being able to write your own fan fiction about this after as well.
Yeah, I think that's all in the law.
Yeah.
Maybe these spirits attach to those that are kind of a little bit fragile.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm apparently there's a big old law Bible and it's got all the shit in there. So this is just yeah, I'm waiting for something.
Waiting for Danny and what's his face,
Michael.
Michael, to send that damn Bible through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I would shit bricks if like you just had a random package and it was just a fucking book when you opened it like that. I'd be like, is this the Necronomicon? Just shit myself.
Can you imagine if they fuck fans up by doing that? Like enter this competition to meet Danny and Michael Filippo, enter your address and shit like that. But then in the mail, you got like an old rucksack with a hand and then like literature with it.
Mm. Head of marketing.
You know.
Fucking hell. I would shit myself. I was saying to B the other day, what if there was AI learning in horror movies or like a thriller or something? And now it's like, and the killer's after this lady or this man, and it just shows a picture of you from like 2019 or something. I'd
I
shit my
reckon
pants.
soon that's gonna be. It's gonna be like that. It wouldn't be too hard. They were talking about it in the rewatchables because they were talking about A Time to Kill and how in that 95, 96 era, it was like 5 of those court drama films that came out.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
It was like The Firm and The Rainmaker and A Time to Kill and all those like The Client and all that sort of films that they don't make anymore. Obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could just pump all of that into a computer along with like John Grisham's books, and AI would write a perfect story for you.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
That's what they're fighting against, these
of course,
WGA and all
and so
that.
they should. But if they could use it to harness something, like, hey, we need a rewrite on this, and the writer's not here, you should be able to use it then.
Yeah. As long as if the AI has to rely on the writer's style,
Hmm.
then yeah.
Yeah,
Depends. Does the writer still get paid for that?
of course.
Okay, well then yeah. As long as the
They're the
money's
one. They're
there.
the ones that's gonna what's his face it set the AI off
Mm.
Ah,
to
okay.
do its
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what scares me is that a lot of these writers might get lazy now, and they're like, just put
We
it through the AI.
we've watched some movies that were written by AI.
I
There's
think we
been
have. I think this season of Secret Invasion is AI.
yeah. Yellow Jackets.
Yellow
AI.
Jackets, AI.
AI for sure. It's too fucking clean.
Yeah.
Um, I I think the biggest surprise for me is that these guys made a movie that I think is sub $1 million here in Australia, and it feels Australian, but it also feels foreign. Their
Mm.
use of just one takes. It's
Like proper
got this,
cameras,
yeah, proper sound.
proper sound.
It's got their signature style from their YouTube videos, their camera movements and stuff, but not so much that it's not a horror movie anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, it's surprising that there's a movie coming out of Australia from Australians that has set the fucking world on fire. Every screening that they're going to now, like they're currently, I think, in LA, sold
Mhm.
out screenings.
Wow,
Melbourne, sold out screening.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's
like
huge.
it's
But
just performing, and the buzz is just growing.
Yeah,
they deserve those accolades, man. I love it.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
means bigger and better things. It could also mean that we get a sequel. You know what I mean?
yeah.
talk to us.
Well, that's what I was thinking. What are some of the titles? Because there's Talk to Me.
I don't like that one.
There's To Talk to Me. There's also Look Who's Talking Now.
I love it.
You also forgot to talk to Furious. That'd be sick though. Talk to us, talk to them. Just other shit like that. But then it goes into a
Yeah.
franchise, and I don't know if I want that.
And then there's the Rock spin-off, Talking Tall.
True.
But yeah, I would love to see a prequel or something, just other stories within this universe. I'd love to see it expanded. They give you nothing, or not. They don't give you enough to sort of fill in the blanks. But that hand, like that hand's been in Japan, it's been in
Mm.
fucking Egypt, it's been kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
What did I see as well? You see the Greek lettering on there. You see, it looks like they look like kanji, but it also looks like it's Korean
Yeah,
symbols on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they did a K horror of this
Ooh.
concept. Like if they did the reverse remake. Yeah, that's fucking people up for sure.
100%.
The
I
brand new
would do
Korean
that.
horror. It's me you're talking to.
Come on, it's me talking to you.
I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. Either
Yeah.
the what's his face Japanese horror, or the Korean horror, in a heartbeat. Completely switch it up on these bitches.
Mhm.
Have it all in Korean or Japanese.
Yeah.
Completely Japanese or Korean cast.
Yeah,
Mm.
and zero connective tissue to this one.
Yeah, it's a new adventure.
Also,
Do
Because
that.
their demons would be different.
Yeah,
Their dead would be different.
yeah, and their dead world would be different as well.
That's right.
What were you gonna say? They're better?
no, I was gonna say, the other like Drag Me to Hell made me like really nervous about nails tapping on a table.
Yeah.
And this is the first movie in a while where something else gets me now, and it's nails scratching on like wood, where it's like dragging like that. That sound fucks me up. Every time I heard it in there, I was like,
Yeah. You know what they also capitalized on? How fucking scary kangaroos sound.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck that little hiss thing that they do.
No, thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add there?
uh, no, nothing that I can think of. Really enjoyed it. Who do you reckon we would go to the cinemas for this? Is it just the horror goers?
And I think like the hardcore horror hounds are gonna love it. I think also the newcomers. I don't think it's that like over the top scary bullshit. You know what I mean? And I think anyone can sort of watch this movie, like serious movie watchers or whatnot.
I think this would be a very nice surprise for people that go in thinking, "Oh, it's an Aussie film. We'll check it out, see what it's about."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I watched Babadook, you know?
It's funny you mentioned Babadook because they crewed on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think people wanting to go out on a first date, as long as you just shut the fuck up through the movie, I think you'd have like a lot of fun.
I mean, if it's a first date, maybe it's a good thing if you do go to the movies, because I X them out if they talk during a movie. Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
All right, that is a wrap. Talk to Me is available from July 27th in Australia, 28th in the States, and I think pretty much worldwide after that. Go check it out. I
Mm.
think it's important. This concept is beautiful. I love the world and I want to see it expanded. But also want to get these guys like, more toys to play with for fucking Street Fighter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that's important. Yeah. We'll be back on Sunday with our usual thoughts on Secret Invasion and Anime Corner and
Mm.
whatnot. Carmen as well. No, Carmen will be another time, couple of weeks. We sort our schedule out after Barbenheimer. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You guys
Next week
actually
is a
do
big
get to
fucking week.
do the big double feature.
Yeah.
Very
Yo.
good.
But yeah, love yourself, love movies,